name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is September 25th, 2025. It is 3:52 a.m. Oh my god, I didn't know it was all that time. Alright, so I've been online for a few, well, I'll say 30 minutes. I sort of got up a little bit later today, and I was on Twitter. I didn't really see that much. I had some tweets which I started saving for me to go over, and it was taking me a while to find new ones. And the first one that I'm gonna go over is someone who tagged me on it. So we're gonna go over that, and then depend on how fast I go through the tweets that I have on my list. If anything, there's a hashtag that's going on here, Meghan Markle, and there's as ever. Maybe I'll go over these as well. But let's tackle the first tweet. This is the first tweet. For your information, Meghan's podcast, Confession of a Female Founder, is nominated for a Signal Award. It's under the category of Business People and Entrepreneurs Shaping Culture. Vote here. So let's see here. There it is here. Let me vote. Oh, I have to sign up from Lemonade. Let me pause and do what I need to do. I don't know. I don't want to just put my information and then give myself work when I'm editing to blur or cut things out. Let me pause. So I did what I needed to do. Oh my God, I had to put the information, and sometimes you have to be careful with these things. They're asking you to waive certain rights and things like that. I don't know why they had to do all of this. Oh my God. Alright, so that's that. I'll leave the link in the description for you guys, and if you want to do it, maybe I'll put it on my community board. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. These are some of the comments. People who voted, just voted. It's now number 2. Done and reposted. Done and shared. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Whew, I still have a cold. My nose is stuffed. Okay, so this is the next tweet. That's from Missan Harriman. I thought he was off from Twitter. Was it last year or the year before, when Twitter was giving those problem issues? A lot of people were leaving Twitter. So I thought he was out. Or did he just pause? I don't know if you could pause. Alright, so there's this here. Thank you for visiting my exhibition, Prince Harry. It was wonderful to show you my work and discuss the incredible space Aki has created for artists in the gallery. Art is important, especially now. Alright, so when he was in the UK, there's one picture. I don't know which event he was going to. I don't know if it was not radio. There's a place he went where he was listening to the kids singing. I think that's where he donated $1 million, something like that, £1 million. And the back, somewhere in the corner of the picture, and I saw him, and I pointed it out in that particular video. So there's Missan and Harry here. I'm telling you, Harry and Meghan are very thoughtful. While Harry was in the UK, he took care of a lot of things. He went to visit the family of Kent, that lady who passed. So he got the chance to go visit and make who knows what other stops that he did. No wonder why when the people are out there want to take picture with him and things like that, he's like, oh, I gotta go, I'm behind. He's always in a hurry because he's crunching time to meet to say hi to different people while he's there. Okay, so these were the pictures. You're a truly incredible artist. Happy Harry dropped by. This is wonderful. Congrats, Missan. Oh, how wonderful. So glad that he came to see your exhibition. How absolutely fantastic. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. There's a video I want to do. I think I have the list here. It's gonna go over some TikTok videos, but from YouTube videos. I want to go over. There's some stuff that I saw a couple of days ago. I was watching those videos, and there are things I would love to share with you. My thought while I was reviewing the TikTok videos that were put on YouTube, because I'm not on TikTok and I don't plan on being on TikTok. I would love to, but there's something about TikTok I'm a little bit precautious with it. Alright, this is the next tweet. Talking about Meghan Sussex being offered a show by Magic FM Radio. Here's Jeremy Vine being fake, showing what a hater he is about Meghan, and her with Love Meghan show on Netflix, then agreeing with Auntie Yasmin like he's not part of the hate bandwagon, then stir up and encourages hate calls and misinformation on her. Alright, it's 1 minute and 35 seconds.
Magic Radio conjures up offer to make Meghan a disc jockey. Now, Meghan says, she's asked what you miss about Britain, and she says magic. And it's in her new Netflix series With Love Meghan that she says it. And so Magic say, well, that's not a problem. We can make you a DJ. What about that, Yasmin?
Why not?
Yeah. Well, are you interested in Meghan's doings?
I think she's living her own life, making her own money. I don't know why everybody's obsessing about her and trying to bring her down. Why not? She's a talented woman. If it works, it works. It may not. That's okay. It doesn't cost us anything.
I was watching Netflix last night. I sat down, had a salad to eat, put on the TV. I think I goes to Netflix by accident. I hit Channel 5, but it went to Netflix. And I then basically, I've got options, and the first thing that comes up is With Love Meghan. And my thumb literally vibrated. I've hovered over the button, and then I went to true crime, so I watched Murder
Yes,
instead.
you made a choice.
I couldn't do it. What about you? Have you seen it?
I've got Netflix.
That it's doing very well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's
Have
got
you
lots
brought
of
out jam?
Americans love it.
Oh, what?
Have you bought her
I
jam?
haven't brought Meghan's jam.
Well, yeah, this obsession with Meghan and hating. It's not just obsession with them, making us want to hate them. It's a madness in this. It's a complete
I
insanity.
don't understand it.
No, I don't
I'm
understand
with
it.
you. I think she's a perfectly inoffensive person, but when we talk about her, people go nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
People
More on to the
goes
Alexis
nuts.
Ultranis will reveal.
It's you guys, like this caption said, you guys are stirring issues for people to hate her. And thank God a good portion of the public have a mind of their own and don't go by the bandwagon of listening to you guys. Oh my God. Okay, there's this here, a-hole, as if Meghan cares if he watches her show. I know, right? He's acting like deciding whether to watch her show was a monumental decision. And you could see he was pausing. He's lying pretty much. He's just lying. He's pausing to think of what to say next. Stupid. I know, right? He's acting like deciding whether to watch her show was a monumental decision, and his decision not is like deciding not to choose her in an election because he can't do it, as if because she's some kind of a terrible person. But I bet he watches the hate piece documentaries on her though. Okay, what the F? Here he is contributing to the hate and then saying he doesn't understand it. It's a disease. Yeah, these people, I don't understand them. I know. I was like, sorry, what did you say there? Is that? Those images, the squad. He basically brought Meghan up on his show to claim that he doesn't watch her show on Netflix. Why are you keeping up with what she does? This guy is a sneaky bee. Why is he pretending like he didn't click on her show and watch it? I seriously doubt this hater didn't purposely go to Netflix to rewatch her show. They will forever talk about Meghan versus the leftovers that they actually pay for. Val Vine, pretending he's an outsider and not very much part of the hate. And that tourist come at the end says we got to feel sympathy for Fergie, the non's apologist. I spoke about this on my last recording. I was going a little bit sympathetic from Fergie, okay? A little bit sympathetic. I can understand some of you may not agree with what I said, but there's something I can't pinpoint. Okay, and says she's well rid of, then 7 charities who've dumped her. Ha, unbelievable. Him giving his usual snide remakes when it comes to Harry and Meghan Sussex, more so the Meghan Sussex. I will add, I won't be surprised if someone in his household has watched it and he knows they have. And I mean, some of the, what was, he said, how did he know the radio station, what Meghan missed about the UK? He must have watched it. These people are crazy. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay, so this is James O'Brien. James O'Brien reacts to Nigel Farage's suggestion that migrants eat swans. With the politics that's going on here, the US is pretty much, in my humble opinion, is doing the bidding for the UK. And then the US and the UK are pretty much what is happening in the Middle East. Now, I live in the US. The only thing I will say about when people around the world is to, let's say, differentiate different group in the US who are part of the decision that the US is making right now under the Trump admin is the 2024 election. Well, I'm not anybody from outside of the UK, outside of the US, so I don't know what people are feeling. This is just my humble opinion, and I hope it somewhat makes sense, and I hope this is the way some people see it, is that African American will most likely be exempt from when people are looking at the US when it comes to the way the US is making international decision under the Trump administration. So at least most African American will be probably, okay, I'm using this, probably be exempt from being under the umbrella of the Trump kind of policy. Even though there are some good portion of whites who are well-minded in the US, who voted the right way for Harris and things like that. But if they're going by race, depending on how you see it, black and white or other group, they most likely will say African American will probably be exempt under the stupidity of Trump admin. My humble opinion, because of the outcome of the election. Let me pause, I'm about to cough. Whew, this is the thing with me. I don't get sick easily, but when I do, it hit me very hard. And this is why when people in my house are sick, I'm trying my best to stay away. When my kids are sick, I put the medicine out there, especially now that they are older, they could do things on their own. I made sure, put their things out, advise them to take it. I'm not gonna be babying them to get close by them, because I very rarely get sick, but when I do, it hits me hard. But anyway, let's cover this tweet here. James O'Brien reacts to Nigel Farage's suggestion that migrants eat swan. It's almost like what they were saying about what Trump was saying about was it Haitian and Venezuelan or whatever he was saying. I'm telling you, these people are ridiculous. Maybe it's just a mirror. These are things that they probably do. I don't know. If you go on my community board, there was a what is it? I think it was another YouTube crime and punishment. What's that YouTube channel? Who was saying that somewhere in Florida they arrested a couple who was doing things with animals. Okay, so these people are freaking nasty. They're saying things is probably because they are doing it. All right, 44 seconds. Let's listen.
Here is what you sound like if you have absolutely no integrity.
Pay attention. In the end, there always proves to be some truth.
There proves to be some truth.
Patient immigrants.
I have a tenor with you that within the next month or so we find some evidence of it.
There you go. We will find some evidence of it. That's the bet. We'll find evidence.
But you do
But
think
now,
some cats and dogs
fast
have been
forward,
eaten?
12 months later.
I think.
If you can prove it, I've got my £10 ready.
Well, if you can prove it hasn't happened.
But that wasn't the bet, Nigel. The bet was that within a month evidence would emerge. And it hasn't. So what do? You swivel, you slime, you squirm. And now you're telling lies about this country. You're telling lies about our neighbours, our friends, our Eastern European colleagues who do not eat swans. Here is what you sound like if you...
You know what? These are the group. It's pretty clear, all right? We know who are the people who are stirring the pot around the world to create division. Okay? I'm not even going to go in the comment. Let's go to the next tweet. Usually when I see tweets like this about O'Brien, I usually put it, but I didn't know it was about that. I probably did, but whatever. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay, so these are some stuff about Fergie. King fears they could go rogue and value their loyalty. Translation, they have not signed an NDA. So I'm not gonna read this. Click on it. That's from Daily Mail. Yeah, they're throwing Fergie under the bus. Okay, I truly believe they're throwing her under the bus. Yes, they said that whatever the email, I found out what was the issue. Email about Fergie sending apology to Epstein and all of that. These people, they are buddies. They all are buddies. Now, there is something brewing behind the scene that's getting closer to the royal family. So the next best thing for them to throw under the bus is Fergie. Okay? You can't play with these people. This is why Harry did not play with the papers. And the reason I feel for Fergie, because I truly feel she see the nonsense that was going on. And then she tried to distance herself, but they keep on pulling her back. And knowing how some, not fully, I don't know fully, how these, women in the UK, these high society people live, but I don't think she can fight these people.
When I lost my mum 23 years ago, you took me under your wing. You looked out for me for so long, but the media is a powerful force. And my hope is one day our collective support for each other can be more powerful, because this is so much bigger than just us. Because this is so much bigger than just us.
I believe the men, things are getting closer toward the men who've been actually doing the unethical things, truly the deepest unethical things. This is not to say Sarah didn't do anything, but the worst of the worst, okay, they're getting closer toward the men. Now they're throwing the women in front of them. Okay? I really feel for her, because there's some stuff that I see. I mean, I will not say I see. I interpret differently based on her action and behavior, things that I've seen written about her and things like that. So people have their own opinion. That's double speak for the York knows too much. We can be confident they know more than they have said so far. I'm waiting for the next shoe to drop. William providing not only the frequently incandescent, but also callous and vindictive. I wonder if his hand is behind the campaign to get rid of her just as well. He has no secret to come out. Let's not forget Charles was a friend of Seville. I'm telling you. Whatever, this one, these two, okay, that's it. William will cut them loose. Then I won't put it past them to tell all in books and documentaries a hell of a lot of more than Harry and Meghan. They are no strangers to TV interviews already, so they won't hold back, and it will spectacular. If I am Fergie, I get a $40 million deal with a publisher, buy myself an estate, and put money in a bank and retain lawyers. I have 3 to 4 books: Elizabeth and her secret, Charles and Camilla and their secret, William and his many lovers, and his divorce to take. To tell you the truth, to these people, $40 million is really not that much for them, because I really don't think they know how to manage their money. for people like you and me and things like that, yeah, this is a lot for us. But these people, I don't think they know how to manage money. They really don't. All right, let's go to the next tweet. They spend money like water, and probably majority of the thing they spend their money on is things that they really don't need. Many of these people are living their lives based on how they want people to see them. They truly not living their lives the way they want to. Am I making sense? All right. Unlike Harry and Meghan, they are living their best life because this is the way that they want to. Okay? That's their true self. They do things the way that they want to. But these people, majority of them, are living their life just for the facade. Okay? This is the way they will want people to see them. A facade of persona. And it costs a lot to have that type of personal facade lifestyle. All right, next tweet. Not too long ago, I was talking about him. What was the topic that was being discussed? I don't remember. Okay. Hello, Meghan don't want to work with you ever again. You can be trusted. You promptly showed yourself by bad-mouthing her and bowing and scraping to the royal family, even compliment Kitty style, and she has none. You're an opportunist. Won't be surprised that it's a title you're after. This guy, I'm telling you, let me see. He did the thing with Meghan. Okay, we were so happy. And then later he did, I was coughing. Later on he did an interview with CNN. And I just can't believe what I was hearing. And I was like, wasn't this guy was just with Meghan doing all of this and giving excuses for the royal family or something like that? I have it. It's on PYTE. Go watch it. Around the time that particular thing came out. I think I remember the thumbnails. Just look on the screen. But one thing that I'm thinking is, what I'm about to say might be, oh my God, my thought might sound a little bit in a negative way regarding black people in the UK. But what is she pregnant there? When was that? Okay, I don't know. But anyway, the thing that I'm thinking when I saw that image, not this one, that one. Some of the thing that's happening in the US, the way Trump is, trying to get black people, African American out on the street, it's the work of the UK. All right? The UK is directing Trump to do some of those tactics to get African American out on the street and to do the nonsense that they want to do, because they pretty much have the House, the Senate, the the Supreme Court. Okay, all MAGAs. There was sidetrack now. There's a video of Joy Reid who was talking about how why the MAGAs are still not happy when they pretty much they're controlling all of the government. So pretty much this is that. Okay, if I find it, it's pretty long, so go search for it. Joy Reid about MAGAs. I don't know where she was saying why the MAGAs are still not happy when they're pretty much controlling the government, all branches of government. Okay, alright, so that's that. I don't even want to go through that, but this guy is a two-faced. I don't know what he's doing. I also see him, okay, the same way as Shinduka. Alright, but anyway, next tweet. This is a little bit politics here. I think is Kamala Harris. She has a book out and she's doing some touring. There's Reid. Do I have her no, that's completely different. Okay, I listened to Joy Reid's interview with Vice President Kamala Harris, where she compared Kamala's book 107 Days to Prince Harry's Spare. Both books explore themes of loyalty and reciprocity, particularly how one person's success can sometimes overshadow the success of others. All right, let's listen to this.
That struck me, and it's interesting. It struck me in the same way that when I read Prince Harry's book, it struck me. This question of loyalty. Yeah. And loyalty that sometimes doesn't feel like it's returned. This theme for me kept coming up as I read the book. So I want to take you back to the debate.
Nope, it continue.
In which you
right here.
in which you are allowed to shine, which is why I compared it to the Prince Harry book. In a world in which the idea that is if you shine as vice president, he is dimmed.
Oh, I would love to listen. Let me see if I could find the entire
and it's interesting.
The entire interview, and then let me read this, and then oh, that's it. Very good comparison. What Joy said is so true. Yep, 100%. All right, so let me go search for that interview. Let me pause. All right, I didn't find it, but there's one. Okay, I didn't find the interview. Joy Reid interview Vice President Kamala Harris, and I put 2025 to be a bit more recent. I didn't find it, but this one caught my attention. It's 2 minutes and 35 seconds. That's from what is it? Rachel Maddow, who's interviewing her. That sounds very interesting. I didn't listen to it yet. I was reading the caption. Kamala Harris, it feels chaotic, but what I will offer you is what we are witnessing is the swift implementation of a plan that was decades in the making, Project 2025, then just drop out of thin air. That's a product of decades of work, Federalist Society, Heritage Foundation, and one of the videos that I did yesterday, I look up Heritage Foundation. It's pretty much makeup of the UK. The people who's running it are British. Okay? So British is taking over the United States. Now, one of the things that I think is happening here, they're sending the British, okay? They're using America to do their dirty work for them, and they're staying in the background. Okay? So those MAGAs people who don't understand what's going on, and when they go around the world and being seen, not being respected anymore, this is why. Okay? But let's listen to this, but I don't want to go too deep into that. Let's just listen to it.
The American people who are repulsed by what Trump is doing and who are in public opinion polling very much against what he's doing, as you note in the book, are going to be turning their ire and their protest movement and their organizational capacity against these institutions that are failing as much as they are against Donald Trump himself and the administration, if that's the way the sort of resistance is headed.
Before she responds, one of the things I've said in the past, to destroy, it doesn't take too long. When you don't want something, there's no care. There is absolutely no care to destroy something. But to build, to create, it takes time. Okay? So they ease themselves into bribing politicians, and some of the politicians like Ted Cruz are not truly born American. He was born in Canada and his family was from Cuba. Okay? Work themselves into the system. Okay? And then help destroy the foundation of America. This is not to say the foundation of America was great, but we were working of making it better. Instead of destroying it, he could have implied something that was strengthening the foundation. But instead, he's destroying it. He helped destroy it. I mean, he's not the only one. There's plenty of others. All right, let's listen.
So, back to how you opened the show. I mean, talk about the power being with the people and the people making that clear with their checkbooks as it relates to the suspension of Jimmy Kimmel. We saw the power of the people over the last few days.
That's right.
And it spoke volumes and it moved.
And this is what I've said about many things. Okay, I started coughing again. Okay, what I was saying is that some of the things I've said in the past is that, like the royal family, if they stood with the people, they have nothing to worry about. These are things I've said many, many times over. You stand with the people, you have nothing to worry about. That there's one thumbnails that I have, or something that I've said also, where we have a small window of opportunity to make it right. And right now, the U.S. is on its last defense mechanism to make things right. And they tried it with Jimmy Kimmel. The people, okay? The people are standing by. Many people are now seeing what is happening. Those that were in the dark, realizing what they are trying to do. All right, there's like the Heritage Foundation, the Federalist Society, these two groups, all right, from outside entity trying intersect into our fabric to chip away, all right, chip away our right a little bit at a time. Now they fully bought their officials. It's very sad that this is what happened. Money is the root of all evil. They pay them to destroy their own country. All right. So I forgot the chain of thought here. They pay them to destroy the system, the fabric of America. But the last thing that they forgot, the people. Okay. If you look at every places that many whites, when they go, they just leave destruction after destruction. You look at the red states, you go there, certain places is just nothing. There is absolutely nothing there that is interesting for people to want to live there. There's one YouTube video, YouTube channel that I've mentioned many times. He will walk around different cities in the US to see how bad those places are, and majority of those places are run by Republicans. Okay, let's continue.
A decision in the right direction. I think that part of where we are now in terms of thinking about what the fight is, it requires us, yes, to understand that we've got this administration and this president in front of us abusing the power that the people vested him with.
That's right.
But we also need to understand that this is bigger than Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
You know, part of what I write about, this stuff is decades in the making, Rachel.
That's right.
It didn't just happen overnight. You know, so much of what has indeed overwhelmed people, not to mention just scared the stuff out of people.
She held it back.
What we are witnessing is a high velocity event.
Yeah.
We are witnessing something that has been happening so rapidly, and it feels chaotic. But what I would offer you is what we are witnessing is the swift implementation of a plan that was decades in the making. Decades in the making.
That's right.
Project 2025 didn't just drop out of thin air. That's a product of decades of work. Federalist Society, Heritage Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Understand that the implementation of a plan that's about trying to get rid of the Department of Education, deregulate industries, weaken the rule of law by
people who are in the UK, there's some stuff like this that she's saying here I've mentioned in the past when I was like really looking into what's going on in the UK. Deregulation, shit in the water. They don't treat the sewage system before the water goes into the ocean and things like that. People are swimming in shit waters and things like that. These are the same thing they're trying to do over here. I don't know what's the mindset of these people. It's like they live in a different world. Their world is much cleaner than the one that they destroy. When in fact, we all share the same thing. Oh my God, but let's continue.
For a period of time, creating a system and through gerrymandering states so that we would now have the Supreme Court that we have. This stuff didn't happen overnight. And it did not happen just because of an election in 2024 or even 2016.
Exactly. All right, so there's a YouTube here that's probably explaining what she's saying here. I'm not going to click on it. Oh, there's more here. Kamala Harris, those titans of industry got to stand up against a tyrant who is using the federal government to execute his whim and fancy because of a fragile ego. She's dead right. Okay, so let's listen to that.
And I always believed that if push came to shove, those titans of industry would be guardrails for our democracy, for the importance of sustaining democratic institutions. And one by one by one.
They bend their knees.
They have been silent.
That's right.
And these titans of industry are not speaking up. Perhaps it is because they want to please him.
No, the reason is that those Federalist Society, what was the other one, Heritage Foundation, they did their homework. All right, part of the Epstein's thing that is going on, they're part of it too. In order for these men, elected officials, to comply to their demand, they framed them. That's the root of it. They framed them. And when people are voting, you have to be aware of the qualification of the people who you want to represent you, but it will always be better, in some cases, not all the time, to vote for a woman. Because when a woman is at a place of business, they're there for business and business only. But for men, they want extra perk. And this is what got the U.S. in this mess. Men is getting this position, and then when they get there, they don't just focus on what really matters. They focus on their pants. And that's what gets America where it is. Part of it.
And nominate him for a Nobel Prize? Perhaps it's because they want a merger approved, or they want to avoid an investigation. But at some point, they've got to stand up for the sake of the people who rely on all of these institutions to have integrity and to, at some point, be the guardrails against a tyrant who is using the federal government to execute his whim and fancy because of a fragile ego.
All right. And Hillary Clinton won us too. All right. So there's all of that. All right. I don't want to go through all of this. Next tweet. And, this, what's happening in the U.S., we have the people as well, some, of the public, to be blamed for that. Because many of them don't pay attention. They just go based on if there's a R or a D next to a person, instead of focusing on the substance. What does the person stand for? Because sometimes when I see they doing gerrymandering, I'm like, it's not like some of the things, the policies that they're doing is not going to affect them. It doesn't matter how they're gerrymandering. If people were paying attention to the substance of what the people are saying, what they stand for, who you want to represent you, it should not matter if there's a R or D next to the person. But it seems like majority of people, they really don't care what the person is saying as long as there's a D or R next to the person. But anyway. This is the next one. I have one more after this. All right, this poor young man, I'm done with serious topic now. This poor young man is being forced to hide such a beautiful accent to protect his peace. What a crime. Let's listen to him.
Austin, how come you don't talk in a Beaver accent? I live in Los Angeles, California. I'm going to just say how it is. I'm surrounded by whites. I'm big, tall, and pale. I am not going to go to other whites that are from the Los Angeles suburbs and say, hey, what's going on, man? Let me get two of them there.
His reaction.
I'm 6'3", 250 pounds.
Oh my God,
you add on a comic book accent to that frame, and everywhere I go, I will have to answer a million questions. I just am not doing it. I'm doing what I can to fit in. I'm trying to blend in. Stop blowing my fucking cover, guys. I don't want to answer the question. The Caribbeans? Is that near the Dominican? I'm not having that conversation 300 times a day. Let me live my life.
All right, so that's that. I'm not gonna go. Well, some of the comments were pretty interesting. Just look at the images, okay? Okay, so there's that. Oh Lord, James Brown. All right, so let's go to my last one here. Let's pause. Hey sweetheart, I miss you, with his whole chest. Alright. As soon as Tony sees her, he's posing and his voice drops. Active laughing my ass off. locking in to start flirting. All right, 15 seconds. I think it's the respect they both have for each other's professionalism as actors and actress. All right, so let's listen.
Hi! Oh, it's so good to see you.
Hi. I can't see. Oh, there you are. Sorry,
oh my God.
Hi, sweetheart. I miss you.
It's
Oh
so
my God.
good to see you. I miss you too. Oh.
Oh my goodness. Can you imagine your partner, each of their partner listening to this? They probably, okay, I give up with this, so just come to bed at night, sleep next to me. Alright, their spouses are filled with grace. Their spouses have accepted their faith because it ain't nowhere. They need to get together already. Love these two. Their friendship is wonderful to see. Sometimes it's best to keep things like this as friendship level. And then once you cross that line, it may not be the same anymore. So sometimes it's best to keep that friendship just as that. Once the line is crossed, it's not the same anymore. And if it doesn't work out, and that kind of easy talk you probably had with them prior crossing that line, it's no longer there anymore. All right, so it's best. I could understand that. But anyway, let's do a prayer for let's keep a prayer for peace image, whatever's here. Okay, prayers for peace. Oh my God, it's very blurry. Dear Heavenly Father, we pray for peace in our hearts, homes and world. May your peace that surpasses all understanding guard our hearts and minds. May your peace be the calm in every storm, the stillness in every chaos. May we trust in your, oh my God, what is that? In your living care or loving, probably. I can't see that word. May your trust and your loving care. May your presence be our peace, our comfort, I think. Present be our comfort and one strength. May we rest in your love. Amen. I'm sorry, I was reading like a 2-year-old, but it's very blurry. I'm gonna keep it as that. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. I don't know what YouTube is doing, but this is the background. I haven't really gone too much in the background. Lately I've been showing just this as the back end. All right, so that is it. I will do another video, maybe not now, could be later today, because it's almost 5 o'clock. There's a possibility I might, there's some,
the black woman, this right here is about to be your best.
There's some let me let this thing pass. These are some of the videos, TikTok videos I want to go over, where I have my opinion in some of them, because in the past I have said that some of the things that Trump is doing, I don't know if this is what needs to wake up, to open people's eyes. So some of those TikTok videos have highlighted the same sentiment that I feel. Okay, it's not like I really want the country to go through what it's going through, but it seems like so many people are not on the same level of understanding. So Trump is, going through destroying things that will help people. But like Kamala Harris have said in some of the videos that I shared a few minutes ago, these things been going for a long time. Trump just highlighted those issues. So some of those TikTok videos that were put together on a YouTube video that I came across, I would like to go over some of them and then share my opinion as I, like a commentary type of video regarding that. All right, so if I have time later, I probably will do that, because I saw some of those videos already, and as I was watching them and I was feeling I had some thoughts, and I would like to share my thought with you. Since I'm not on TikTok and I came across it, and I thought that would be a great way to create a video. I want to go over some of these. That will be a different video. All right, but I'll focus on the TikTok videos only. I will leave the link of the YouTube videos if you want to go directly to see the wherever she get those TikTok videos from. All right, so that is that. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.